Let's talk about marketing. In this section, we're going to cover what you need to include on flyers and banners, what to do with them once they are made, and then what services you can utilize to help you create them. Let's start with 8.5 by 11 flyers. This is the normal paper size and the size allowed on bulletin boards, per the posting policy.
When you're creating a flyer, there's a few requirements. They must be 8.5 by 11. They must include the organization's name on it. There must be a UCR email or a phone number listed as contact information, and should include the date, time, and location of your event. This means you can't put up a flyer that just says to join your group, but it must be promoting a meeting or event. Once it's all created, you're going to want to bring in a maximum of 30 copies into Student Life, and we'll approve them and stamp them so that you can hang them for 2 weeks. We'll also give you a map so that you can see all the bulletin board locations around campus. Any flyers that you're handing out in person, such as when you're tabling, Student Life doesn't need to approve or stamp. Feel free to make flyers to hand out to save paper.
Aside from our bulletin boards, there may be other places on campus where you'll want to post flyers. If you're thinking about posting inside a building, the department overseeing that section of the building could give you permission to post there. For example, you wanted to post in the psychology building. Find the administrative offices that they can help you to approve that flyer. In terms of outdoor posting, you can't post on signs, trees, wall spaces, or the Rivera arches. You can only post on approved bulletin boards. If you don't, they'll likely get torn down, and you could potentially go to student conduct for posting in unauthorized locations. If you want to post in housing, consult one of the Residence Life offices or the RSOs to ask about how to do that. Remember that you can also post electronically on the Highlander Link bulletin board as well.
If you want to make a banner for the bell tower, it needs to be the same info as flyers, but it can be larger. You can either paint or get one printed, which we'll talk about in a second. Groups must provide their own tape for the bell tower. Consider purchasing strong duct tape to make sure your poster sticks to the textured surface.
Welcome to the workroom. We've got a few services here to help you make your marketing. Firstly, you can stop in any time during our business hours to paint a banner. You can have 2 sheets a day per organization. Once you paint your banner, you'll walk up to Student Life and get it approved for the bell tower if you want. You can also talk to our resident graphic designers. Student organizations have access to these designers for 2 main reasons. They can help you create marketing such as flyers, t-shirts, logos, or more, or they can assist you in printing a large banner. You get a select number of prints per year, so use them wisely. The graphic designers are usually here between 9 and 5 every weekday, unless otherwise posted. They can get backed up with jobs, so make sure you put in your requests early.
One last thing to note. When designing your flyer, there are a few copyrighted images that you have to request permission to use. The first is the image of the UCR logo that includes the sunburst in the R. You can see it on the screen. You're allowed to write UCR or UC Riverside in different fonts, but you can't use this as an image unless you get approval. The other thing you don't have access to use is the image of the University of California seal, also seen on the screen. You also don't have permission to use images created by other UCR departments such as athletics.
If you like to use Scotty in your marketing, the images on your screen of Scotty can be used by the Student Design Center in Student Life, so you can ask them about how to start that process. So if you're watching these videos as part of the re-registration process, we've reached the end of our journey. Head back to the Highlander Link registration and finish it up. Make sure your page looks exactly the way it should and that everything is accurate. You'll also sign up for a date for the student org retreats in fall as part of this process. Make sure you mark your calendar with the date that your organization is signed up for. Up next is a quiz to make sure you were paying attention, so go back to Highlander Link to finish that process. If you come across a question you don't know the answer to, it might be a good idea to keep these videos open in a separate tab so that you can refresh your memory. Good luck, and thanks for watching.